The H-1B visa is a employment-based visa that allows you to work in the United States. It also has dual intent, meaning you can transfer from an H-1B visa to a green card. Let's talk about the question, can I apply for my own H-1B visa? A lot of people have asked the question, can I apply for my own H-1B visa? We're going to look at what the H-1B visa is and who can sponsor the H-1B visa. So, as I mentioned earlier, the H-1B visa is an employment-based visa in the United States, and it requires an employer to sponsor and petition for the visa of the employee. The employer must demonstrate that the position offered to the individual requires specialized knowledge and skills, and that the individual possesses these skills. So I said it. The employer has to apply, or should I say, sponsor the H-1B visa. But how does this process work? A lot of people are not sure how it works. How does the employer sponsors? What are the steps they take? What are the things they need? I did do a video on the processes before, but I'm just going to talk briefly on the process today. Steps are. So the process involves the following steps. The employer sponsorship. The employer files a labor condition application, which is called a LCA, with the Department of Labor, and then submits a form I-129, which is the petition for non-immigrant worker, to the USCIS on behalf of the prospective employee. Now, the USCIS, the United States Citizen and Immigration Service System, that's the body that will offer or deny the work visa. Okay, so that's the first step. The employer has to file a labor application with the Department of Labor first, get that approved before they can move on with the I-129 petition to USCIS. Selection in the H-1B lottery. Due to high demand of H-1B visas and annual cap, USCIS conducts a lottery to select a limited number of visa processing. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you would know that the H-1B visa is mainly based on the lottery, where your employer enters in the lottery, they call it, and you might win or you might not win. So even though you were offered a job, you might not be selected to apply for the visa. However, as a teacher, you do not enter a lottery because school districts are exempt. They are exempt from the visa cap. And so what you find is a lot of school districts, they can apply for teachers to get an H-1B any day, any time of the year, whether it be January, September, August, whether it be June, they can apply to USCIS once they have their LCA approved to get the visa sponsorship for a teacher. So a wise move to do is to find school districts or companies that are exempt from the lottery cap for H-1B, and that way you don't need to be worrying about if you're going to win the lottery, if you're going to be selected to move on to get to apply for the visa. Okay, approval and visa application. If the petition is approved, the individual can apply for the H-1B visa at a U.S. consulate or embassy abroad if they are outside of the United States. If you are here in the United States, you can apply for a change of status. And if they are already in the U.S. in a different visa status. Now, mind you, if you are already in the United States and you're applying for an H-1B visa, you must be in good status. You cannot be here on no status. And for those who don't know, meaning you're here and your visa's expired, that's going to be a no-no. You're here illegally, that's going to be a no-no. You have to be in good status for you to transfer from one status to the next in the United States. All right, so those are things the employer's lawyer will ask you before. They usually send like a checklist of questions to find out if you're eligible for the visa, because they don't want to start the process and then get to the end and realize you're not eligible for the visa. All right. Then we talk about the employment start date. Upon obtaining the visa, the individual can begin working for the sponsoring employer in the approved H1B position. So, what a lot of employers will do, they will ask you to pay the premium processing if they really need somebody ASAP. That way, they don't need to wait for a long time to get you in their organization, because though they approved you a job offer and though your application is in for the visa, you cannot start working until your visa is approved. There's some exceptions, but that's for another video, and those are for people that are in different, it's just a total different scenario where you can actually start working without actually getting the work or your H1B approved. So it is going to, and most companies are going to say you cannot start working until your H1B is approved. So to answer my question, can you file for your own H1B visa? Can you file for your own H1B visa? The answer is no. An employer has to file for your H1B visa, and your employer must show that they can afford to sponsor you that visa by paying you the salary that is equivalent to your credentials. H1B visa is specifically designed for skilled foreign workers to work in specialized occupation in the United States. It's crucial for individuals seeking an H1B visa to secure employment with a U.S. employer willing to sponsor them for this visa category. So you might get a job with some other employer, but once they find out that you need sponsorship, they don't want to do that. That's going to be like a disappointment for you. So you want to find means and ways on how to make sure that, the employer you're interviewing with, they are aware of sponsor the H1B visa, or they're willing to sponsor the H1B visa. I did share a video that spoke about a portal that has only visa sponsored jobs. So if you are seeking a job in the United States, you want to get sponsored at H1B visa, you can check that video out where I shared about a platform where a group of people have sifted through different platforms and they have put together companies that are seeking employees, seeking workers to work in the United States, and they're willing to sponsor H1B visa. If you did not check that video out, the thumbnail says visa sponsorship. You can check that out. The thumbnail says visa sponsored jobs. You can check that platform out and see all the jobs on that platform have positions that are sponsored with a visa. So that's one thing you need to make sure. So in long and short, can you sponsor your own H1B visa? The answer is no. If I left anything out, go ahead and put it in the comment section below and I will respond, or I will come back with another video to share more about the H1B visa. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Now, if you've gotten to the end of this video and you have not liked us yet, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Also, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, turn your notification bells on so that you can be notified each time a video is uploaded. And for my viewers who have been watching for years, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, I think it's time for you to hit that subscription button, guys, and turn your notification bells on. I appreciate you watching. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you next time.